a broader perspective.
Do you know that the world is like a book? If you do not travel, you read just a page. This is to welcome you to Island of Memories, where we discover the wonder of nature. Culture and tourism is an essential sector in every community. If you invest in culture or tourism, trust me, that community cannot lack anything. A lot of people are looking for a place where they can go for their holiday. A lot of people are looking for a place where they could discover those things that were used in the olden days and they were not privileged to come to see it. On this program, we are going to take a trip around the world to see those tourism potentials that a lot of people have. In case you want to invest in the sector, this is an opportunity for you. Reach out to us through the number you'll see on your screen and we will be there right at your location. On today's episode, we're going to take you around Ikot Abasi local government area of Akwa Ibom State, where the slave trade took place, where they will exchange human beings for just a bottle of palm oil or a wrapper or a mirror. Can you imagine? And then there's this bridge of no return. Once you cross that bridge, you know that you're missing your family. You don't even know where you are going to be taken to. God, we went to that bridge and thank God that we returned. And I'm here smiling. If it was those days, I wouldn't have come back, because once you cross that bridge, in short, once you step your feet on that bridge, you can never come back. We went to discover something amazing. The Europeans had this merchants bank where they stored their money there. And since then, in the early 90s till date, no one has been able to break into that merchants bank to see what is inside there. People have gone there with their machetes, have gone there with so many weapons. Even soldiers have gone there with their guns to shoot and bring down the place. But that place, that merchants bank, cannot be opened. And they've put a price to it that anybody that can break that merchants bank will be awarded handsomely and beautifully. In case you have a means of breaking into that merchants bank, please reach out to us and we'll take you to that bank. If you can break it, oh God, maybe that's how you're going to move from one level to the other, to the other, to the other, just to break down merchants bank. That was something that we discovered there. And then again, we went to Lord Lugat's house and office, and we saw the things that he used in the olden days. He used to reside at Ikot Abasi local government area. So Ikot Abasi local government has so much tourism potentials that the government, organizations, companies, individuals can invest in. And then trust me, to be one sports center for everyone to go there for their holiday. So once again, I welcome you to Island of Memories. My name is Blessing Ambrose, but if you call me Auntie B, I'll take you around the nooks and crannies of Ikot Abasi local government. But if you call me Blessing Ambrose, I'll be selective in where I take you to. So choose which one. Let's take a trip around Ikot Abasi local government area of Akwa Ibom State. One of the world's fastest growing industries and a major foreign exchange and employment generating sector for many countries is tourism. Traveling is as old as man himself. From inception, the search for food, security and better habitat had taken man from one place to the other. As time went on, such movements were transformed into wanderlust, now known as tourism. Human beings are always looking out for places of interest for relaxation and other recreational activities. Akwa Ibom is one of Nigeria's 36 states with a population of over 5 million people. The state was created out of Cross River State on September 23, 1987 by the then military administration of General Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida. The main ethnic groups of the state are Ibibio, Anang, Oron, Ikot, and Obolo. The people in Akwa Ibom are predominantly Christians. Like the Ifik neighbors of Cross River State, people of Akwa Ibom speak various dialects of the Ibibio Ifik languages which belong to the Benue-Congo language family. Other languages are Anang, Obolo, Ikot, and Oron. Akwa Ibom is often described as a unicultural state where norms, taboos, customs, and traditions are the same. The cultural similarities bind the people together, especially in such areas as cuisines, dressing, dances, songs, rituals, folklores, beliefs, and myths. The state has 31 local government areas with Uyo as a state capital. The major towns are Ikot, Ikot, Oron, Abak, and Abasi. Akwa Ibom has an array of amazing natural habitat to backed by tourists. It is convenient and accessible to visit all the beautiful and amazing tourist sites in the state, as all the parts of Akwa Ibom state are linked with good network of roads.
The beauty of Akwa Ibom state, we have, I'm not boasting, the most beautiful network of roads in the country, if not in West Africa. Our roads are beautiful.
The history of Nigeria will never be complete without the mention of Ikot Abasi local government area. As small as a town is, it's the place where Nigeria's independence was birthed. Ikot Abasi is located in the southwest corner of Akwa Ibom state, bounded by Orogonam local government area in the north, Nkpareni and Eastern Obolo in the east. Imo River forms the natural boundary in the west, separating it from Rivers State. The British colonial master, Lord Lugard, started living in the present-day Ikot Abasi of Akwa Ibom State around 1912. He built a network of structures which today are historical sites to ease his story and facilitate trading in the region. A first-time visitor is likely to be struck by its simple technology. This includes his residence, the Native Authority building, the beach garden and others. Lord Lugard's house, a wooden structure, is still a beautiful sight to behold till date. One significant historical fact is that the area is situated at the Imo riverbank, a tributary where King Jaja of Opobo was shipped to exile. Another tourist site that has attracted millions of tourists is the Bridge of No Return. This is an existing reminder of the horrors of the slave trade era. The bridge is infamous as the last point of discharge of slaves into the waiting slave ships that eventually sold them into slavery. The bridge, which was once dreaded for its path into slavery, is now one of the tourist centers in Akwa Ibom State.
This is the slave bunk. This is where they store the stubborn slaves for a waiting ship. They have a warehouse where they keep them, but when they want to send them off, if a ship is coming, they will just put them here, then upload them into the ship, a waiting ship. They don't stay here for a long time. We have the warehouse there. So this is one of the compartments. It has
somebody will actually survive here?
Yes, because this place will be open. This is their breeding space. You could see their breeding space there. And it's called a slave bunk because this is where they store the slaves. Right now we are going inside to see how the slave is.
Let me come in.
This is the sled bunk. Imagine what people used to go through here. And it's hot, man. Very hot. And afterward, they'll close this thing. Oh, people were really suffering. So this is where they usually store the slaves for waiting ships so that they can be exported. Oh God. Where they store the slaves. When they bring the slaves, when they bring the slaves, they will keep the slaves here. This is the slave warehouse where they select good ones and bad ones. And it is also where they feed them and take care of the slaves. Here, where we are, you could see the iron. It represents a scale used to weigh the slaves. They were sold according to their weight. Some weigh dry gin, some weigh palm oil, and some weigh mirror. Some of our parents, because they didn't see mirror, they didn't even know how they look like. So when the whites came with the mirror, some of them were asked to do it, because by then it was trade by barter. So they will now give their son for the mirror. They sold their son for just mirror. And some of them sold their stubborn children. Like now, if you have a stubborn son, you will be talking. That time they will say, just come and follow the whites. They will just sell them. And the whites made use of them. They were not useless. Because the whites used them on this mechanical job, hard job, bricks. They used them to build houses there for them. They were trained by the whites. And some of them never returned. Most of them have not come back. But there was a white man that came down and was telling me that the grandfather told him that he came through the bridge of no return. That this is where he comes from, but he cannot really trace where he's coming from. Whether it's from Abasi, whether it's from Calabar, whether it's from Yo or Lagos or anywhere. But he knows that they brought him through, that they transported him through the bridge of no return. So in this warehouse, we have a mark room. We have where they give the mark. You see this iron? This iron is used to mark the slaves. This iron is more than 200 years. And the white men came with it. The British came with it. This iron is used to give the slaves a mark at the back. If your slave is Okun, that means your own is going to be O. They will just make it very hot on the fire. Very, very hot. They will just use it to give a mark at the back. That's why you see tattoo them. Some people see tattoo as a fashion. It was not fashion by then. It was for slaves. But today it's fashion. They will just use it at the back. If your own is Mary, your own will be M. So this iron, you see, they came with the iron and left it. So you are welcome to the slave warehouse.
Ikot is dotted with tourist attraction centers. A beautiful beachfront at Tutawa and other places of interest that can be found in Ikot local government area is a two-room cottage amalgamation house where Sir Lord Lugard signed treaty for the amalgamation of the Northern and Southern Protectorate in 1900.
You are welcome to the amalgamation house. This was Lord Lugard's personal office those days. Nothing has been changed here. This were the gadgets used by them, the communicating gadgets. You could see how it is. It's a Motorola product being connected here. We also have part of the office gadgets used by them. We have a stand. In the offices now, you see stamp, but you don't see the stamp. It was used by them. We also have alarm card box used by them. It's a safe. It's an alarm cash box. Why it's called alarm cash box? It's when you touch it, it's going to ring. But now maybe it's fault, it's not ringing. This is where they put the coins and this is where they put the naira. This is Lord Lugard, the Right Honorable Lord Frederick Detri Lugard, the Governor General of the Colony and the Protectorate of Nigeria 1914 to 1919. Frederick John Detri Lugard, known as Sir Frederick Lord Lugard, between 1901 to 1928. Born 22 January 1858 in Madras, British India. Training: Royal Military College Sandhurst. Profession: soldier, explorer and colonial administrator. Spouse: Flora Shaw. Flora Shaw is also the lady that gave the name Nigeria. It was Lord Lugard's wife.
The women riot triggered off by the colonial master taxation of women, the 1929 women riot, which is erroneously tagged to Aba in Abia State, where a statue of a brave woman who broke the gun of the colonial master was being erected and a museum set up to custody the remnant of the Ikot women riot. the Merchant Bank.
You are welcome to the Slave Merchants Bank. This was the bank used by the slave masters, the white men and our mediator, King George of Opobo. He was the mediator between the white and the black. And this was their bank. This is the safe. The bank had been bad, but the safe, nobody could destroy it. The army came with their gun, everything, all the equipment. Machine tried to open it. They tried, but the machine got spoiled and the man left. And the people wouldn't hear said it's very difficult for someone to come here and do any bad thing. If you try to do any bad thing here, you are a dead man or you become sick and leave this place. So you are welcome to the Slave Merchant Bank.
There is so much history surrounding Ikot Abasi which makes it a tourist heaven. A tour around the local government area will simply leave you astonished at the abundance of tourist potentials there. Akwa Ibom towers high as one of the best destinations for tourists. Wow, a lot of things used to happen that time. Are you thanking God like me that you were not born that time? Where you wake up and then you see yourself in another location, another people, another place you don't even understand, and you have to start all over again. Let's thank God together. This is a new regime, this is a new century, this is a new world. In case you discover any place that will be of interest to us, do not hesitate to reach out to us through the number you will see on your screen, and we'll be right there. Remember, here we increase the awareness and use of tourism assets among residents, visitors, companies, and individuals. Thank you for being part of today's episode. My name is still Blessing Ambrose, or you call me Auntie B. Then I'm your friend and I'll be at your location.